I agree with Deetz's approach to how organizations should be ran, but at the same time, I do like he says it needs to be run in a more democratic state rather than autocratic, which I do believe is true, because it's good to have multiple input and see where a lot of different people are coming from, and make it a safe environment, or not just safe, a good, healthy environment for your workers to participate in. But at the same time, I do see some of his what he says about the managerialistic approach, the managerialism, and that's saying that like everything is run just for this one person, and in the way like it's by this person's idea, like everything it just will resemble the boss and throughout the whole organization. And I see the flaws and the positives of that, because at the same time, of course you want to have an environment where people can feel more open about communicating, because it's good to have multiple flows of ideas in an organization, because that's how you change and keep thriving. But when there's too many people, and really too many people with different opinions, so like someone wants to go this way with the product, is then like keep on advancing this product and probably branching out with other ideas for someone else in the organization who has equal voice wants to pull back and actually stay put, and maybe look in the past of what other uses or things, or to stay back and improve on what this product already does, instead of trying to branch out and make it do other things. So stuff like that. And when stuff like that happens, you'll get differentiating views, and everything, all the progress you've been making will screech to a halt until this all gets solved. So I do think the democratic approach is best, but as far as managerialism, I think is also can be healthy for an organization, not in an autocratic way, but in having having like a solid direction as to where you're going. So that's where I think participation should come into play in a managerialism or managerialistic company or organization, because participation is where it isn't set by the book, is where a stakeholder is like stakeholder democracy. So like they'll have input into their ideas, and the organization will negotiate the power and openly reach collaborative decisions. That's healthy. But if you add too many people to that voice, there's bound to be one or two people where they won't want to go with the flow, basically. And that's fine. One or two people, that's fine. You can come. And democracy is basically like voting on it, and it's good to help voice your opinions out there. But like I was saying, the involvement of people, the involvement of your co-workers, your stakeholders, all 6 different types of them, like the investors, people that are putting their resources into this company, the workers, the people who are making everything go, consumers, people who are profiting from their from the labor, suppliers, people that are also the suppliers are people that are also putting in making their own like products that help produce the main product, and all the other stakeholders that go into it. I do believe those people should have input into what goes on, not just someone that goes outside of the corporation, because if you do have that, those main 4 are what really makes an organization work. And so for me, that's my opinion on it. Democracy, but also managerialism is not, it's not bad.